What's up, guys? It is Captain Justice here, and today I am bringing you a video to talk about Avengers Assemble. This show is replacing Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and it just premiered, I think, 2 days ago, maybe 3, and I'm going to be reviewing it. So, without further ado, let's get to it, shall we? So, this show, is a continuation of the Avengers storyline made in the Avengers movie, not Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers movie. So, it has, the 6 Avengers from that movie, and Falcon's the new guy. But, however, the storyline kind of confuses me with this show. How they have, not only that, but we'll get to that, what I was about to say, we'll get to that later. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The storyline kind of confuses me, right off the bat, you see Red Skull, the Avengers are disbanded. Nick Fury isn't even, in it. And, I guess he has a little cameo appearance, but he's not really in it at all. And the Avengers are disbanded. What? They separated, but they weren't disbanded. And then, Falcon just, kind of randomly joins. He's, friendly with Iron Man. And apparently Iron Man's made, a Falcon armor, which doesn't really make much sense to me. I feel like they rushed Falcon's origin, which I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Falcon's more of a Captain America character, and if he's going to be first appearing in the Winter Soldier, how is he going to be like that? He's going to be a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, which he was in the beginning of the show, but suddenly he's what? He's he's part of the Avengers, which this is, I'm guessing, taking place after Iron Man 3, because Iron Man's on Mark 50 in this, which doesn't make much sense because he has the bullet shrapnel. A lot of this stuff just doesn't make sense with the Avengers storyline. It's it makes sense, but it doesn't. Red Skull, it doesn't explain how he got to where he is. It's wait a minute, I thought Red Skull's dead, and then they never explain that. MODOK, it's where'd MODOK come from? MODOK doesn't even exist in that universe yet. Sure, he had a cameo in, or an Easter egg or whatever in Captain America, but he was never MODOK. So the villains were MODOK and Red Skull. Those villains kind of weren't that good for this. It's as far as its plot goes, good and not good. Good, but rushed. The plot is definitely rushed. And Iron Man is the leader. Since in the movie, the Avengers didn't even have a leader. That's kind of confusing to me. You know what I mean? Apparently it was or wasn't Captain America. I'm not even sure. And then Iron Man becomes the leader. I don't really like Iron Man's voice in this. I don't like Black Widow's voice in this. Black Widow wasn't even in it much at all. You see her as one of the main characters in the movie, and then she's barely even in it. Then we have Hawkeye, who's he and Iron Man are the main characters. I'm sure Hulk is one of the main characters, Thor, but those two are Hawkeye has way too big of a part in this, and he's kind of it's him with almost no part in the Avengers movie, which I wish he did have a bigger part, but now he has too big of a part, and he has completely changed personalities. I don't understand that. And then, one thing that I don't like about this show is that they tried way, way too hard to make it funny. And I mean way too hard. It's one of those, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes didn't have that at all. But this has, joking where it's, not funny. It's the Disney Channel shows. If you guys haven't seen those, good, you're lucky. Because they have the corniest jokes, the cheesy shows. And these shows are kind of starting to become like that. I am going to say, though, as much as, Ultimate Spider-Man, I'm kind of iffy on that. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. But Ultimate Spider-Man, this is definitely better than Ultimate Spider-Man, in my opinion. Still have problems with it. I like the animation better than Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That's one plus. I also, but, so yeah, that's one. Falcon doesn't, what I didn't like about the show was how Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the characters fit perfectly together. They didn't fit well together at all. They were just all completely different. Like, you couldn't see them working together as a team much with this, which they tried to do, but kind of failed to do. And Falcon was just kind of, random. He was just, popped up out of nowhere. They didn't even give him much of an origin. As for the villains, same thing. They popped up, randomly. And, that was confusing. But Black Widow's not in it much at all. Falcon's in it a lot, but he kind of just, hello, he just pops out of nowhere. Hulk and Thor, I definitely like the relationship between them. But it was kind of confusing. It was half the time Thor was wearing a helmet, half the time he wasn't. He didn't have a beard, which in the Avengers movie he did. So, or goatee. I don't even know what he had. But that's not the point. But I definitely like the relationship. I definitely like Thor. Definitely like Hulk. The voice actors, I didn't really like Iron Man's voice or Black Widow's. Black Widow sounded too girly. She didn't sound all tough. I like Scarlett Johansson's stuff. This Iron Man tried to sound funny, tried to be like Robert Downey Jr., but he wasn't as funny. He wasn't, the Avengers movie was, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was when they wanted it to be, it was hilarious. But this, they tried way too hard. And Iron Man was not that funny. If they can't make it funny, then don't. Earth's Mightiest Heroes, you still liked Iron Man. I like the voice of Earth's Mightiest Heroes better. Captain America, loved the voice for him. Hulk, loved the voice. Thor, I liked it a lot. Falcon, yeah. Falcon was kind of the character, but the voice for him was good. Definitely think that. So that means that Falcon is definitely going to be in Avengers 2. So that you can definitely tell that the Iron Man 3 movie, which horrible movie, which means they're not gonna have Mandarin at all in this series because they screwed him up. And Aldrich Killian's dead. They're not gonna have him. Oh look, they're not gonna have Ironmonger. And they're not gonna have Whiplash. That stinks. They're not gonna have any Iron Man villains in this show. So that kind of bums me out. But I don't know because Red Skull is in it, so I don't know what they're gonna do. But so War Machine is Iron Patriot, just like in the movie, which I thought he quit being Iron Patriot. I don't even know. The storyline was hard to follow in Iron Man 3, but so clearly there's no War Machine yet. Clearly he's quit in the show, so maybe he'll join the Avengers. Maybe this will be this is definitely in between the movies and all that. So yeah. So I really wonder, is Hawkeye just going to go back to his, kind of dull, in a sense, personality in the Avengers, or what? I definitely like this show, without a doubt. I thought it was definitely good, definitely worth checking out. Not as good as Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I was somewhat disappointed, but all in all, they did a pretty good job. Captain America, however, one thing I will say, was barely in it. And by barely, I mean barely. And but other than that, and Iron Man having way too big of a part, him being the protagonist, and everyone else being supporting characters, I didn't like. But anyway, other than that, pretty good show. Definitely worth at least checking out. If you don't like it, I understand. Definitely a little better than Ultimate Spider-Man. So if you don't like Ultimate Spider-Man, I would still check this show out. So yeah, all in all, I give this show a 7 out of 10. Pretty good, but not amazing. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this show. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Anyway, guys, I'm Captain Justice. Please like the video, comment, as I just said, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps a lot. It's free, and you guys are always up to date on everything. Always remember, feel free to comment. If you want me to do a video on something, I'm more than happy to do it. See you guys next time. Peace.